Christian Chivu was part of Inter's most successful ever side as a player, and 16 years on from the Nerazzurri's treble triumph, the Romanian is now one game away from a domestic double in his debut season as Inter head coach. Lazio have spent the campaign hampered in the transfer market and frequently in conflict with their fan base, and yet they too are just one game away from a trophy, and with it the reward of European football. Magnificent atmosphere building inside the Stadio Olimpico, the Italian capital, the venue for the final of the Coppa Italia Frecciaorssa. Lazio-Inter on the way. Lazio on their home ground, up against Inter, the reigning champions in Serie A, trying to make it a double. Barella with the cross, Lautaro attacks it! Motto is unmoved, it's a big chance.
Fantastic move by Inter involving the number 23 who's receiving the ball out wide right. Two bodies inside the box against two players, but look Lautaro position behind the opposite full back. And this is a great chance for Inter.
Lazio fans trying to get a response out of their team now, conscious of the need for their support. There is a gulf between these two sides, something that Sarri acknowledged. Chivu's very wary of his team underestimating their opponents, both because of Saturday's result and because of the big gap in the league table. That could be an Inter corner, and they're always a threat from this sort of situation. Di Marco with the ball in, and it's headed in, I believe, by Marušić. Marcus Thuram goes across to celebrate. I'm not sure how much he knew about it, but it's Inter who lead in the Coppa Italia Frecciarossa final.
Might be, yes, an own goal, but again, another assist by Federico Di Marco in swinger. Great ball in, Thuram attacking the front post as usual. Touch the ball first, but I think there is a huge decisive deflection by a Lazio player that sent Inter fans into heaven. And we can see here from Patric in swinger by Di Marco. Thuram attacking the front post, too high for Patric, and Marušić got the final touch that beat Motta for the opening goal.
One of the senior players, Adam Marušić, that will hurt. Barella hits it, worth a go. It sat up invitingly, and he's been in great form.
Yeah, it was just bouncing in front of him, and as soon as he watched the ball, his first thing in his mind was trying to score.
Thuram going across to close down Nuno Tavares. There are rumours that Thuram's absence, as we see plenty of legends there, Roberto Baggio amongst them. Vincent Candela is spotted too, former Roma player. Dumfries, good looking ball in. Marušić has headed it straight to Di Marco. Di Marco Dumfries! That was goal bound, and it needed a fine block from Nuno Tavares.
That was going in with a fantastic full volley.
Di Marco with another dangerous corner, might have been bending in. Di Marco tries again, and they're round the back with Lautaro. Sucic, and here's Marcus Thuram. That could have gone anywhere into claiming another corner. The assistant is unmoved, the referee gives it.
Yeah, another chance for Inter. As dangerous as usual from set piece. This time the ball went back outside the box. Fantastic first touch by Di Marco. Ball in, Lautaro. But there is an offside position by some Inter players. But again, big risk for Lazio.
Basic behind Marusic. Small technical errors creeping in for Lazio, just taking the momentum out of their play.
Yeah, we know how crucial, how important is the playmaker in the Sarri philosophy. Having one that is not in his natural position is a big blow.
Nuno Tavares, he's gone to sleep. Dumfries across, and there's that man, Lautaro Martinez. Another final, another goal for the skipper with a trophy on the line. A sixth different final in which he's found the net. And with 35 minutes gone, Inter seemingly coasting to the domestic double.
Patric, you cannot give away this kind of chance to Inter. Too sloppy, Nuno Tavares, he knows that it's quick, but Dumfries is clever, he's powerful, he's determined to steal the ball off him. Too sloppy, look here. Thinking he's under control, he doesn't realize the Dutch wing back is there. Wins the ball back, and then serve Lautaro on the plate. He's a skipper, finds the second goal. He sent again Inter fans into paradise.
Believe it or not, it's Lautaro Martinez's first goal in this season's Coppa Italia Frecciaorssa, but his strike comes in the final. He got a match-winning brace here when Inter beat Fiorentina. Di Marco's ball in. Now Barella. Zielinski pushed away by Motta. Did well to get it into a fairly innocuous area away from danger. Better goalkeeping that, but Inter feel they can add a third before half-time. Barella. Zaccagni. Time and space for Isaacson. Isaacson, not far wide. Lazio want a corner.
Yeah, first real chance for Lazio. Guida is giving Lazio a corner, the Biancoceleste a corner, the first one of their game. But that's what you have to do. Feed Zaccagni and Isaacson in the last third.
It must be said that so far, it looks like a rinse and repeat of Saturday's game in Serie A. Those two players combining, Dumfries for Lautaro Martinez for Inter's second after Adam Marusic had put through his own net for the opening goal. Inter scored 2 in the first half here on Saturday, ended up 3-0 winners at the break here in the Coppa Italia Frecciaorssa final. The scoreline reads Lazio 0, Inter 2. Inter are just 45 minutes away from their 10th Coppa Italia title, a domestic double, and the prospect of wearing a silver star on their famous nerazzurri jersey next season. Di Marco delivers, Thuram went to meet it, that's Barella, and he's capable from there.
Second time that he tried a wonderful goal.
And when you look at Pepe Martinez, do you think we're already seeing Inter's long-term goalkeeper first choice?
I think so, Patric. We know that Inter won't invest a lot of money. You got a keeper that can do a decent job for the nerazzurri.
One back here by Dumfries, Thuram is there, and Motta got to the ball, the flag's up against Marcus Thuram, but once again, Denzel Dumfries pouncing on a loose ball. Rovella, Nuno Tavares. Marasic looking for options, not too much movement ahead of the ball. Mario Hila now. Not too many progressive passes from Lazio tonight. Rovella finds Nuno Tavares. Zaccagni. This is Taylor. Rovella, good ball. Isaacson, Toma Basic goes down. And here's Isaacson for Noslin! Lazio wanted a penalty, Noslin nearly scored.
Yeah, but they have to keep going. Don't waste time complaining about the referee decision. You still got the ball in your feet. Look here, it's a good combination. I'm not sure if there is the touch between Bastoni and Basic, but this is the chance that Lazio is looking for. Yes, Patric, Inter are solid, but a couple of times this season they concede a couple of goals in the room of maybe 10, 15 minutes. That's what Lazio needs to do. Find one that can be enough.
Di Marco. Good ball that from Sucic. Lautaro can square it. Lautaro Martinez. Lazio wanted the flag, it never came.
Yeah, but this time Lazio defenders didn't move properly and together.
Taylor. Here's Kenneth Taylor, tempted by the shot, never looked completely comfortable.
Yeah, but that's what you have to do. Receiving the ball at the edge of the box. But I think there, Patric, Zaccagni has to be more brave. You are one against Bisek. You know that he's already booked. Take him on.
Barella. Good spot to find Di Marco. Luis Enrique now! Should really have found the target and found the net. That should have been 3-0 Inter. Lazzari, perfect weight on the pass, he's in behind here, Boulaïdia! And kept out by Martinez's face. Brave goalkeeping from the Spaniard. Rovella crowded out, and Inter can come away with it. Marcus Thuram now, Boni in support. Thuram still going, and here's a chance for Zielinski. He misses the target.
Incredibly, by a player, the technical ability that he's got, the Polish midfielder. Here Thuram did everything well. Romagnoli goes in the ground, and from the rebounds, Zielinski missed the target, and that could have been game over for Lazio.
This is Nuno Tavares. Boulaïdia, sloppy. Pedro, hence the boos for the Inter fans. Boulaïdia. Back for Taylor. Certainly considered the shot, the Dutchman. Kenneth Taylor again. Looking for space to deliver. Has to come into the box. Rovella's cross. Boulaïdia, and Pepo Martinez right behind it.
That was a good ball by Rovella. Good move by Lazio. But the header by Boulaïdia was too central. And Martinez collected calmly. Look there, good effort.
Mkhitaryan, there's still time for Barella, and here's Boni. They've done it. Inter do the domestic double. They've added the Coppa Italia Frecciaorssa to their Scudetto crown. After league title number 21, once more it's a refrain of winner, winner, chicken dinner for the Nerazzurri. The final, of course, featured a goal from Lautaro Martinez. They so often do. And Christian Kivu is looking pretty good at this coaching lark. The first full season as a head coach at senior level. The Scudetto and the Coppa Italia. He who won the treble as a player for Inter now wins the double for the Nerazzurri. And Inter have their 10th Coppa Italia, and a silver star beckons, shimmering on the horizon.
Yeah, fantastic achievement, Patric. This final was never in doubt. As soon as Thuram found the net, and then Lautaro scored the second goal. Yes, maybe the Champions League race ended up too early against Bodo Glimt, but what a season, what a first season in charge on the Inter bench for Kivu. The domestic double, it's history.
It ends here, Lazio 0, Inter 2. And a reminder, Inter are the winners of the Coppa Italia Frecciarossa 2025-26. Lautaro Martinez sharing in the delight with Niccolò Barella. They've shared the armband for so much of this season, with Lautaro enduring an injury-hit campaign. But when he's featured, he's scored goals. When he's played, he's inspired. The vice-captain, Barella, the penultimate player in the queue. Lautaro Martinez, their number 10, their leader, their goal scorer. And now the anticipation builds as he prepares to get his hands on the big prize. All there is left to say is the winners of the 2025-26 Coppa Italia Frecciarossa are also the double winners, Inter! The Nerazzurri add the Coppa Italia Frecciarossa to the Scudetto. A season which began amid so many doubts and question marks, ends with 2 definitive answers. Inter, the best team across the 38-game league season, and Inter, the Cup Kings as well. We'll leave you to enjoy these celebrations. That's all from me, Patrick Hendrick, alongside Manuel Pascali on this evening of glory for Inter in Rome. It ends Lazio 0, Inter 2, and Inter win the Coppa Italia. Good night.